Hello, my friends. I hope you are having a fabulous day. I want to share some essentials for every kitchen or things that every cook needs for a well-functioning kitchen. I get asked all the time, what's your favorite cookware? What's your favorite utensil? I'm not gonna focus on utensils or anything other than cookware today. I'm not gonna do serveware. That will be another episode. But these are things that I consider the essentials for being able to prepare a meal. I'm gonna share my favorite brands and why they are my favorites. Brands matter, and at almost 60 and having cooked for decades, I have pretty much tried everything, and I'm going to tell you why these are my current favorites or have been my favorites. Then I will link to every single thing for you to keep on hand. I'm going to start with something we all need, but they're not all created equal, and that is non-stick everyday cookware. I, for the longest, was using, and I'm just real honest. I'm gonna say names, I'm gonna say brands. I talk to you all like I would talk to my friends at lunch. For a long time, I was using green pan, and I was happy with it up until a point, but there would always start to be scratches. And I'm gonna tell you what happened about a year ago that I was done with green pan, and then I'll share with you what I'm using now. And I don't know why it took me so long to find out that Caraway Home is the best nonstick in my opinion. Green pan, I was having a few issues with chips. So I thought, okay, I just need to get the best green pan there is. So I got the Williams-Sonoma Stanley Tucci. No. I got the Bobby Flay. Stanley Tucci is exclusive to Williams-Sonoma. I got the Bobby Flay green pan. I kid you not. The Bobby Flay, this equivalent in Bobby Flay, it was this size pan. I steamed eggs. So I had a steamer and I had my green pan. I kid you not. After I had steamed the eggs and I poured off the water, there were some scratch marks. And it wasn't like a cat scratch, but it was like someone had gotten like a dime or the tines of a fork and just gotten some of the coating off. Back and forth with customer service, and they finally told me that it's natural to have some scratching with these coatings, but that none of the things were harmful. So at that point I was done. No more green pan for me. So I tried Caraway Home, and I'm telling you, everything about Caraway Home is superior in my opinion and experience than green pan. Heavy, but not too heavy. I love the handles, so it's beautiful. These lids are works of art. I got the blue. I wanted the white with gold until a friend of mine who's been using Caraway longer than I have, she said, it's hard to keep clean if you cook a lot, which I do, and she does. So I got the blue, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. The coating is just, I've used this, and I use my fish spatula. It's metal. Not one crack. I don't think you need to buy the biggest bundle. I don't even know what all of these are called, but I'm going to link to my 3 pieces. The other is a fry pan. It doesn't have a lid, but I'll link to the basics, which is, I think, enough for almost anyone for the basic kitchen. And I do have a Caraway discount code, so make sure when you look in the show notes that you also get the Caraway discount code that I have. That is the basic everyday cookware. I'm gonna pull out my old workhorse that I love, and I'm actually love it so much, and I've had it so long, and I have not taken care of it like I should. This is a Staub, a La Coquette, and the Staub is made in France, just like La Creuset. I much prefer Staub because I am a stickler for the enamel knobs. I'm a stickler, and I just think Staub is prettier, and functionally, I think they are both the same. I don't think La Creuset's better, Staub's better. It's just design, in my opinion. And I'm not sure about La Creuset because I don't have it. I do have La Creuset, but not in this. The interior is this black, and the interior is so durable, and it has quartz crystals. You do not have to add fat. This is perfect for a roast. I have made so many roasts in this. This is shaped. It's a La Coquette. You can get 5.5 Dutch ovens that are round. I think you can get 7-quart Dutch ovens that are round. I just like this shape, and I think this is the perfect size. It's perfect for a hen or a chicken, but I make roasts I make soups and stews. So this is like having a beautiful cast iron pot because it has the functionality of cast iron. It's nice and heavy. It's perfect for bread if you bake sourdough. And like I said, I love the knobs. I'm ordering this. In fact, I've got it in my basket right now. I'm ordering a new one. I'll link to it, but I think it's called meringue or something. I think this is a pure white. I think the one I'm about to get is a meringue, but I'm going to give this to one of my daughters because these are passed down worthy. I just need to get the Brillo pad to the outside and take care of it. But anyway, love, love, love this. Everyone does need a heavy enamel type Dutch oven. You can get less expensive, but if you want it to be pretty, if you want it to be a conversation piece, if you want it to be whimsical with an animal knob, then you'll get a Staub. So I'm gonna put this over here. I use this at least once a week, if not more. One and done. I've tried them all. This is my favorite. This is Cuisinart. This is a pasta pot. And I'm gonna be honest, I have my pot filler. All that ever goes in here is water, salt, and then the pasta. I really don't always wash it. I just rinse it. So it's sort of getting a patina, but I just put this on my cooktop, get my pot filler. If you don't have a pot filler, just fill it with water, boil your pasta, turn your lid, and then you just drain it, just like that. I like this because it is stainless steel. You can't hurt it, it's forever. It has no non-stick anything. It is a stainless steel. You just need good, heavy-duty stainless steel for a pasta pot. You don't need any non-stick because you're only doing pasta. So, love, love, love it. This is not a bad price point at all, and it's something you'll use again and again and again, because how often do we make pasta dishes, spaghetti, whatever? So I'm gonna put this over here. Here is another piece of cookware. This is the only Hexclad that I have. Hexclad is exceptional. It is hybrid cookware, which means it is non-stick and it's heavy duty like enamel. It has this bottom, virtually indestructible. But this is the one piece that I have from them, and I think everyone should have it. I have a similarly shaped caraway, but caraway is more of non-stick. It's not for heavy duty things like I occasionally will brown a roast in here before I put it in a slow cooker. It serves as a brazier. I could fry chicken in this. It's actually called a chicken fryer brazier, but you don't have to just fry. Anything where you want the lid and you've got it's wide and shallow. It's not deep. So you can do so many things with this. Love, love, love it. It's worth every penny. So I'm going to put it over here. I believe, and it may be my age, because you can get fancy schmancy enamel cast iron now. Caraway has beautiful, I mean, I'm probably going to get one. I'll link to it as well. But I think everybody needs a Lodge cast iron. This is what our grandparents and our great grandparents used. It's just timeless. And I have a recipe that I will link to because, my friends, you must make it. It's Zane's mother's Skillet blackberry cobbler. And you make it in this. I'm gonna link to two sizes. This is a 12-inch. 10-inch is probably the most practical for people, especially if you don't cook a lot. I make things in big batch, so I make her Skillet blackberry cobbler, but I will add extra blackberries and I will stretch the crust to go on top because I'm usually cooking a cobbler for a big crowd, but a 10-inch is probably fine for most people, but it's seasoned, it gets better with time, and it's not expensive. I only have probably 10 different Bundt pans because I have so many Bundt cakes on Family Savvy blog. If you Google or say, hey Siri, Family Savvy Bundt cake, you probably just say Family Savvy cake. Whole page will populate with my Bundt cakes. They're mind-blowingly easy to make and they're decadent. Nobody knows that you use a cake mix. And one reason I love my Bundt cakes is because unlike a layer cake, you don't have to frost. Frosting a cake and then making it look beautiful and not tearing it and having crumbs everywhere, that's where a Bundt cake comes in. It's beautiful. All you have to do is put a simple glaze or a thin icing and it's fabulous. I have every single Bundt cake shape probably known to man because I make these all the time. I've got several in my freezer right now. You would be amazed but if you had a bundt cake or two in your freezer, you would be amazed at how handy those come in. You might have a friend who says, oh my goodness, I've got to go out of town unexpectedly, then I'm coming home and we've got small group or we've got a party or my husband, whatever. Don't worry. I'm gonna bring you a cake for dessert. Or you're having unexpected company, don't worry, let me bring you a cake. And you can just put it out, thaw it, and that's done. Small group season, which is just about to start for us. We've got our small group kids over, married couples. I keep several of these in the freezer, and I know that when we're planning our menu for that particular week, dessert is done. I don't have to think about it. It's done, and I just pull the bundt cake out. I could pull it out that morning. I could pull it out the day before, but it's baked. And the bundt cake is going to look like whatever the mold is. This is just a classic. Probably your grandmother, great-grandmother all used this one. This is, I believe, the anniversary bundt pan. I love it. And just like this one, you can slice it on the lines and every piece will be the same. This is the classic. This is my favorite. I think you can only get this one at Williams-Sonoma. I'll link them all. But look how pretty this is. You can get even slices, but this is just wow. The wow factor. And if you spray your bundt pan with Baker's Joy every time and you wait to release it, your cakes will turn out looking just like this and you'll be so pleased. I'm never, ever without my bundt cakes. Every kitchen, if you're gonna make a bundt cake or if you're gonna make a pizza, you need this spatula. If you don't make bundt cakes, you know how frozen pizzas, guys, it always says put them directly on the rack because that's how they crisp on the bottom and make, you know, as good as you can make a frozen pizza good. But have you ever had to try to pull it out with your fingers and then the cheese drops and your kitchen starts smelling because the cheese is burning? You can use this cake spatula to just slide under the pizza when it's done, pull it out, and then your pizza can be served off of this. I use this also as for what it's intended, a cake spatula. Let me just show you. After you have baked your bundt cake and it has cooled, so how you get your cake out safely, you put the cake spatula on top, flip it, and then when you take the bundt pan off, your cake is there, and you can then stick this directly into the freezer because I like to freeze my bundt cakes, even if I'm gonna eat them the next day, get them good and hard before I put the glaze on, because a hard, cold cake, when you pour glaze over it, whether it's a buttermilk glaze or a frosting, it will sit on top like everything but the bundt. If you frost or glaze a hot cake, it absorbs and it's not pretty. So, cake spatula for pizza or bundt cakes. Putting that there. Okay, steamer basket. Super inexpensive. Put it in any of your pans that will fit. I do broccoli a lot. I'll quickly steam broccoli. You can steam eggs. Anything that you would steam, you can put in your little basket. You just lift it out and the water drains and you can have your steamed goods. Last but not least, this jumbo. Actually, I'm ordering another one when I get off. I'm gonna give this, I think I'm gonna take this to the farm. This is the largest sheet pan you can get, and it's the one I use even if I am only roasting one head of cauliflower. I use this because you can spread out your veggies, whatever it is you're making, so everything is surrounded by heat and it can crisp up more evenly. So love, love, love this. This is my favorite brand, USA pan. And there you have it. These are the things that I consider essentials. I pull them out literally all the time. I've got everything that I'm about to mention stored outside, and I've got storage outside as well because I have so many things. My slow cooker. I have two because we entertain a lot, so sometimes I might have a pot of chili. On the other, I might have baked potatoes that I'm keeping warm in another one. I always keep two slow cookers. Mine are not expensive. They're beautiful, and they're actually the Beautiful by Barrymore. There are two sizes. I think mine is the 7. I will look before I link because I think my size is perfect. I have one in white and one in blue. I think the blue may have been sold out, but beautiful, 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 and practical. I also have a casserole size slow cooker that I use most often if I'm cooking for 2 to 4. I'll put these recipes here. I have a white chili chicken that is perfect for the casserole crock because it's shaped like a casserole. So you're not digging down deep for your pieces of chicken. It's a nice shape and it cooks perfectly for 4 to 6. So it's white chili chicken. So we'll link to that recipe as well. It's just a perfect crock pot to have and it travels well also. I also use the slow cooker casserole crock. You just get frozen meatballs, throw them in there, and then get a jar of your favorite pasta sauce, pour it over, slow cook, and you have wonderful meatballs to serve over pasta. And then I have one more that's a small version. I might use that just to cook a couple of breasts for Zane and me, or a small little batch of meatballs for us, or to do like a cheese dip or whatever, but it's small, but it's super practical. I have several crock pots based on what I'm cooking, and I'm gonna link to all of them because you don't always wanna drag out the big gun because it's not the appropriate size for everything you would make. Also, and it's out there as well, I'm gonna link to my rice cooker. I love my rice cooker, and guys, I'm very particular. Anything that I have, it's going to be the prettiest version you can buy because I'm all about, I want my kitchen to be pretty, whether I have a slow cooker out or a rice cooker. I want it to be white. I don't want it to be black and ugly. So any of my things are going to be the prettiest version of whatever version is good or best. So my rice cooker is white. It's perfect and it makes perfect rice. And if you are entertaining or if it's getting close to the holidays, having a rice cooker is fabulous for you to serve with. You might make chicken divan or a poppy seed chicken or some sort of dish that you want rice. I will also include my recipe for French onion brown rice in the rice cooker. It's a healthy rice dish that you can use to serve with baked chicken or whatever, and I make that in my rice cooker as well. Okay, my friends, I hope this was helpful. Always send questions, comments. I just so appreciate you for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.